Hello everyone, this is Leimomi, Keliikuli, Intuitive Soul Alignment Coach here, and I'm actually here at the beach, right down the street, and I wanted to share with you guys um, just a little bit of like how to really get into this alignment feeling, and basically one of the big things that I have learned throughout my process of figuring out the best way to help people. And the phrase that actually came to me, which is, you know, why alignment to your soul's gifts is actually the key to success. So I just had a very, very beautiful moment here, not just because it's the beach, but because I had a deeper understanding of the message that I received actually about a year ago when I first started my business, and it was totally in alignment to what I really believed in, and it came down as a download, and it was that simple phrase that I just said right now, which is alignment is the key to success. So let me just show you around. It's very beautiful. I just biked here, so there's my bike up there. Right now it's like my favorite thing right now to go for a bike ride. I took off my shoes. I'm like barefoot in the sand. Did my little walk on the beach, and I thought it was so beautiful because just when anyway, every day, just so you know, I just follow source. I just really follow the alignment of what feels right, and today was like, okay, go for a bike ride, and I just did that as my usual thing, but then source said, oh, to go to the beach. Okay, so I'm going to the beach, so I'm here at the beach, and then look at that, it's a beautiful rainbow. I don't know if you can see, but it's a beautiful rainbow that just popped up. And so then I come here, I walk on the beach, and I walked all the way actually to the other end over there, and then I came back. On like about halfway through walking there, I had again the download of remembrance of the message that came to me about a year ago, right when I was deciding to start my business, and it was like that phrase, which is, you know, alignment to your soul's gifts is the key to success. And so I wrote it in the sand to remind myself about that, about the fact that, you know, that is where I started at. That was the main message that I received, and I just took that phrase and just ran with it, like literally ran with it. That's what got me to launch my webinar, and to just do that one webinar that became an 80K launch, that got me to full practice, that got me to retiring my husband, that got me like 60 some clients in like 2 months. All of that just because I followed the alignment that felt right at the moment. And that was just because I had that one phrase, which was, I really truly believe that if you're really aligned to your soul's gifts, you ultimately can be successful in anything you do, but you have to be able to know how alignment feels like. So now I'm reflecting. I think everybody's all reflecting about what happened over the course of the last year. Whatever felt right to you at the moment. I'm serious. Like, if you're really aligned to what feels right at the very moment to do, you act upon it. You just take that aligned action. How far you come in such a very, very short period of time. So the funny thing is, after I wrote that in the sand, I found an embodiment of that phrase, because that's truly, truly my message to the world. And just being reminded that was just so powerful. I started to tear. And then I walked back, of course, here to my bike, and did some stretching and some breathing a bit right here in the sand. And then like a couple seconds later, I got payment for, you know, someone that just bought my 14-day soul line manifestation program. So, which by the way is the program that I made from that phrase that I just had. um, that was purely all about the fact that if you align to your soul's gifts, you can ultimately create any success and abundance. And so that course, it was purely made from source. Like, it took me a while to figure this out. Let's see, because when I first started, I just started by doing private sessions, and then about October, yeah, it was October, was when I collected all my data of everything that I knew about the soul, that about the manifesting blueprints, what the blueprints means, and then I just took that information and then I turned it into an entire program that was just totally in alignment with my message, which was all about that you can manifest, but you need to manifest directly from your heart and be in this heart creation, right? So yesterday, actually, I live streamed about that. If you guys haven't watched that yet, I explained about why money blocks, why money kind of like stops, and then how to get back into that alignment. And it was a very, very powerful live stream. Over 400 people watched it. And that purely came from source. That information came from source. So be sure to watch that. It's right on my personal page, or it's in my Facebook group. You can join my Facebook group. It's Soul Alignment Leaders for Conscious Living. So anyway, I realized that how powerful, like when a download and alignment comes through, like how important it is to follow that. Because once I did that, like I said, like I just followed every single prompt to get my butt here, to connect with the ocean and the land, and then wrote the phrase that really, really my heart and message was to the world. And then right after that, I got a payment for my program. But you see, that is alignment, because what I just wrote in the sand is the exact energy and phrase of that one program. That of course is just right now, this is what I'm focusing on, right? But maybe if I was focusing on a different program and another phrase came up or something like that, and then I got a payment, right? Then that was because that was in alignment to what I was selling there. But what I just wrote there is in alignment to what my message is, which has a lot to do with my program, which is the Soul Line Manifestation Method. I'm teaching everybody how to manifest from the heart. So I just had this an epiphany. I just started crying, and I just felt so grateful, because this is what alignment feels like. And about about 2 weeks ago, I really like felt so not in alignment, and it all really started because, like what I was sharing about in my live stream, like money stopped coming in, chaotic stuff started to happen, because essentially my heart of my own creation like closed, like my light closed, my bowl of light like just closed up and dried up, and I really felt like I was dying. And then because I got rid of the relationship, and I got rid of like the things that was just not in alignment with me over like the past like week or something, like I'm telling you, like things just falled off. Every person thing just like totally just disappeared. I mean it, like I don't have access to it at all. That person is not there anymore. I don't see them anymore. Oh, there's an airplane. And because I made that action, that was an aligned action for me to say goodbye, right? To not let that person or that thing to affect my ability to be in alignment to my own heart and soul. And then once I did that, that's when money started flowing again. And it wasn't, like $2,000, like not just small thing, but like more money coming and flowing in. And so this is why it's so important to understand about alignment. some of you that have been following me kind of have a basic understanding, but I'm really talking about when it's aligned to your gifts. It's aligned to your type of energy that you're made of from source. It's aligned to very particular things of what your blueprint is and what you're energetically stand for, right? If you are in that kind of alignment and you have your blueprint, it's going to be like the roadmap to success. It's going to give you kind of the ability to consistently create all these things that you desire. And when I say about manifestation, I'm basically talking about like aligning to your sovereignty, aligning to your own unique power, your own unique way of self-expression. And when you allow that part to be expressed, you're going to start to see a whole other level of your abilities just start to open up and expand. And that's just the first level, is really coming into first alignment, knowing what your divine gifts is. Then the next step that naturally happens is your gifts wants to start to expand. Your psychic abilities start to expand very naturally. And you start to like experience like downloads of information or things that you wouldn't think of beforehand. You're helping your clients or your audience a whole another level that you never did before. And then that's the time for you to really step into your master genius and really share your unique message into the world, and really stand into your soul line leadership. So there's this consistent process. If you really first start with alignment to your soul's gifts, how far of your ability to connect, not just with source, but the things of abundance will start to flow through. So I had to kind of just share a bit about that backstory about, how all of that came about. But seriously, because I was literally just following one thing at a time, what felt right, what source told me to do, and it was something of my heart creation. It wasn't just only source that said do X, Y, Z. It's actually my heart felt that. My heart felt like getting on my bike, which that's all I really knew when I first got on my bike. And then it said go to the beach, come here, right in the sand. Actually, I took a picture of it, that phrase. And then immediately, I'm telling you, like 2 minutes later, I got a payment. So this is a very, very good example of really when you're in alignment that everything can progress as long as you are living from the heart, you're conscious of it, and you're being in this feeling of what feels right at the moment by moment, and getting out of the head, because I was totally out of the head. I was just in my heart. I was just so grateful that came through. And it's a whole nother way of living. And this is my message to everybody, which is really do what feels in alignment. Don't try to force it, because it never ever works. Come from a space of my heart feels like doing this, and align to the energy of what your soul is, that your soul is. Like my energy is divine love. I did all of these steps because I felt I wanted to connect with the love of myself. And that's all you need. You really just need that simple alignment of that feeling, of that being, of that energy, right? And then things start to flow. So if you're really feeling stuck and you're not sure what to do, get out of your head, go for a walk, get on a bike, I don't know, like move your body. If you move your body too much, then you probably just need to meditate. So whatever is the thing that you don't normally do, like just go and do that one action, and doing that simple thing will start to make things flow. So anyway, I wanted to share that. That was a very, very powerful moment, because it made me remember as to why I do what I do. And I think because I got so misaligned from other people, that got me to be really, really blocked that way, right? I couldn't have really embodied this phrase, right, which is alignment to your soul's gifts, is basically the key to success. So, what is that unique phrase that you yourself, that came from source, that really means a lot to you, that is your message into the world? Go and share that. Come from your heart and be really clear of that desire, and being in that heart creation is all you need. All right. So if you guys are, interested more about how you can really manifest and create anything you want from the heart, I'll teach you how to do that in my 14-day soul aligning manifestation method program. It's literally 14 days. You get every day a prompt, like a journaling exercise that I tell you to think about, and then there's a plane coming back. And then once you journal about it, you also do this meditation that I give to you. You watch these 10-minute videos every day for 14 days. You take an aligned action, a soul aligned action to your blueprints, which I will give you your blueprints also, which is a PDF file with a recording of exactly what your blueprints are. Once you take that, you take an aligned action to one part of your blueprint, and then you're going to see amazing things manifest every 2 to 3 days. This is how I live. I really just manifest and think about what I want to do every 2 to 3 days, and it's purely coming from my heart space. It never comes from my brain. And I want everybody to have that ability to create that consistently, to actually have that ability to manifest from the heart, because then there's no polarization, there's no positive and negative. It's just going to be very positive vibration, because it really, really comes from the heart. So if you would like to join me, you can look me up at leimomi.keliikuli.com, and on there you can just click on the 14-day soul line manifestation method. Join me. We're starting January 2nd. If you really feel like this is the right program for you, you will not you will not be disappointed, because I give you your blueprints. I give you exactly what you need in order to start manifesting on a basis of your soul's gifts. So yes, make sure you follow me. Come to my Facebook group, Soul Aligned Leaders for Conscious Living. And watch my live streams here, because I share like pretty much every day amazing content for you guys. And whenever you ever need any help with this, just reach out to me. You can PM message me if you have a question about whether you want to do this program or not. Pay for it ASAP, so then I can do your blueprints right now. Then you'll get the recording and you can start to get in alignment until we get started January 2nd. All right. Well, I love you all, and I'll talk to you guys all very soon. Aloha.